7th June 2022. Morning Murli, Om Shanti, BapDada, Madhuban. Sweet children, day and night, just be concerned about how you can give everyone the Father's introduction. Father shows Son, and Son shows Father. Use your intellects for only this. Question: what should you pay attention to so that this knowledge is not even slightly wasted? Answer: feel the pulse before giving the wealth of this knowledge. Does this one belong to our Brahmin clan? Try to give the wealth of knowledge to those who are either devotees of shivbaba or of the deities. Not everyone will understand this knowledge. Only those who are going to change from Shudras into Brahmins will understand. You must try to tell everyone at least one thing. The Father alone is the bestower of salvation for all. He says, become bodiless and remember me, and your boat will go across. Song: Salutations to Shiv. Om Shanti. The Father sits here and explains to the children. Both fathers are present, whether it is that father who explains or this father. It is the Father who sits here and explains. When you sit in remembrance of Baba in silence, it is known as true peace. This is the real peace that gives instant fruit. The other is false. You are not aware of your original religion of yourselves. Souls do not know about their Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and so who else can give peace and power? The Father alone is the bestower of peace. So the Father says, children, become bodiless and sit considering yourselves to be souls. You are imperishable. Sit in the original religion of oneself. No one else sits like this. Definitely, a soul sheds one body and takes on the next. There is only the one Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. His praise is very great. He is the Father. He is not omnipresent. If you can prove this one thing, it is then your victory. This will also prove who the God of the Gita is. You are given many points. Sikh people too say that the Sadguru is the immortal one, that he is the image of immortality. It is also said he is the liberator and also the bestower of salvation for all. He comes and liberates us from sorrow. The Father alone is the purifier too. You should always chant such points. It is because the Father has been forgotten that everyone has become degraded. God is only one. So, no one else can be called God. The residents of the subtle region cannot be called God either. There is only the one God, the highest on high. Here, it is the world of humans who take rebirth. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, does not enter rebirth. Then, how can you say that God is in the cats and dogs, etc.? It should remain in your intellects throughout the day how you can give everyone the Father's introduction. Day and night, you should be concerned about how you can show everyone the path. Only the one makes all impure ones pure. The God of the Gita will then also be proof. Only you children will be victorious, but that will only be when you make effort. There are the elephant riders, the cavalry, and the infantry. You children now understand that only Bharat received the inheritance from the Father and it was then snatched away. The Father is now giving it back to you once again. The Father only comes into Bharat. All religions that now exist will be destroyed and it will then be the golden age. After the cries of sorrow, there will be victory. People call out to Ram, means God, at times of sorrow. They say, give a donation in the name of Ram, God. There are shlokas, means verses about this. It is very well known that Sikh people also speak about the immortal throne. What is the throne of your children? Your souls are now images of immortality. Death can never come to you. These bodies will finish. They think the immortal throne is in Amritsar. However, it is the Brahma element that is the immortal throne. We souls are residents of that place. It is also sung, Baba, leave your throne and come down here. That is the throne of peace for everyone, whereas the throne of the kingdom is not for everyone. Baba's throne is our throne. We come from there to play our parts. Otherwise, there would be no question of leaving the sky. Your children should use your intellects for only this. To whom and how can we give the father's introduction? Father shows son, and son shows father. Who is our Baba? What is his wealth and what is his property, of which we will become masters? All of this is in your intellect. The father's introduction is the main thing. All the confusion is about this. The entire play is due to this one mistake. It is Ravan that makes you make this mistake. In the golden age, you remain soul conscious. We are souls. However, we cannot say there that we know the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. No, there is only happiness there. Everyone remembers God at times of sorrow. The path of devotion has been completed and the path of knowledge has begun. You will have received the inheritance, and so why should you remember God there? You receive the inheritance cycle after cycle. This drama is created in such a way. No one knows the Father. The Father has now introduced Himself to your children. These are things that should be churned by your intellect day and night. This is food for intellect. How can the Father's introduction be given to everyone? Only one reincarnation is remembered of the Father. You understand that He will definitely come at the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age in order to purify the impure. The main scripture is the Gita. Only through the Gita can you become like diamonds. All other scriptures are children of the Gita. You cannot receive the inheritance from them. The Gita is the highest jewel of all. Srimad is well known. Sri means the highest on high. There is the Rosary of Rudra, Sri Sri 108. This is the Rosary of Shivbaba. You understand that one is the Father of all souls. Everyone calls out to Him, Baba, Baba. They are the creation that has been created by Baba. No one can understand this. Baba says, I do not give you a lot of trouble. You have fallen simply by forgetting the Father. You have to recognize Him. You have now come from immense darkness into immense light. You must dance the dance of knowledge. Meera dance a dance of devotion. There is no significance in that. People say that Vyas is God, but Vyas refers to the Father who speaks the Gita. You can prove this to anyone. There is only one Baba, and we only claim our inheritance from Him. Who can give the inheritance of heaven to Bharat? No one except the Father can establish heaven. To liberate everyone is the task of the one Father. The Pope says there should be oneness. But how is that possible? We all now belong to one. So how are we brothers and sisters? Thus also has to be understood. To have oneness means that there is the fatherhood. Therefore, here all are brothers. The entire world says, "O God, the Father, have mercy on us." So surely there is someone who is merciless. They do not understand who is merciless. Only the one Father has mercy. Ravan, whom people have been burning, is merciless. But he does not get burnt. If an enemy dies, there would be no need to burn him again and again. None of them understands what they continue to do. Previously, you two were in immense darkness. You are no longer in darkness. So how can it be explained to people that only the one Father can make Bharat into the land of happiness? Baba's introduction has to be given. This too has to be explained, even though not everyone will understand it. Those who are to change from Shudras into Brahmins will understand. Baba says, try to give this knowledge to those who are my devotees. Don't waste the wealth of this knowledge. The devotees of the deities must belong to the deity clan. The one Father is the highest on high. Everyone remembers him. This is shivbaba. The inheritance has to be claimed from the Father. Those who performed good actions and went away are worshipped. In the Iron Age, no one is able to perform good actions because here there are only devilish instructions. Where is happiness? Here. The Father explains so clearly, but it will only sit in the intellects of others when you give them the introduction of the Father. He is the Father, the teacher, as well as the Sadguru. He does not have a father or a teacher. First of all, he is the mother and the father. Then he is the teacher. And then, in order to grant salvation, he becomes the Guru. This is a wonder. The unlimited Father is only one. He is the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru. You understand that Father to be the highest on high. He is the one who gives the inheritance of heaven to Bharat. After hell, there has to be heaven. The flames of destruction are already prepared for the destruction of hell. At the time of Holi, they wear a mask and mock one another by asking, Swamiji, what is going to emerge from this one's stomachs? Definitely, it is seen that so many of these inventions of science has emerged from the intellects of the restaurants of Europe, the Yadavas. You must try and explain just the one thing. The one who bestows salvation is the one Father. The Father only comes into Bharat. This is the greatest pilgrimage place. They say that Bharat was an ancient land, but they do not understand. You now understand that that which was ancient will become so again. You studied Raj Yoga and you are now studying it once again. It is in your intellect that Baba gives us this knowledge, cycle after cycle. Shiv has been given many names. There is also the temple to Babulnath. The one who changes thrones into flowers is called Babulnath. There are many such names. You can explain their meanings. So, first give the introduction of the Father, the one whom everyone has forgotten. If they first understand the Father, their intellects can then have yoga. You have to claim your inheritance from the Father. You are to go from the land of liberation into the land of liberation in life. This is an impure life of bondage. Baba says, become bodiless, and remember the Father. Only by doing this will your boat go across. Only that one is the Father of all souls. The Father's orders is, remember me, because your sins will be absolved by having this yoga, and your final thoughts will then lead you to your destination. We have to return home, return as quickly as possible. However, it cannot happen quickly. If you want to claim a high status, you have to remember Baba. We are children of the one Father. The Father now says Man Manabhav. Krishna does not say this. Where is Krishna? It is the Father, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who carries out establishment through Prajapita Brahma. So surely he has to come here. This is the corporeal impure world, whereas that is the pure world. There cannot be any pure beings in the impure world. In the picture of the tree, Brahma is shown standing at the top, and he is also shown down below doing tapasya. His features are seen in the subtle region. This one becomes an angel. At the moment Sri Krishna is ugly, nothing else will be understood until you explain the first thing. It is this that requires effort. Maya very quickly makes you forget to have remembrance of the Father. Some write with faith, we will definitely claim the status of Narayan, but they still forget. Maya is very powerful. No matter how many storms Maya brings, you must not shake. That is the final stage. Maya will fight with you very powerfully. She will make those who are like goats fall instantly. You must not be afraid. Ayurvedic doctors say that the sickness erupts before it finishes. Many storms of Maya will come. When you become very firm, the pressure from Maya will reduce. She will understand that you will not shake. Baba alone comes and changes you from those with stone intellects into those with divine intellects. This is very entertaining knowledge. The ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat is remembered. Only you understand this. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, become bodiless and remember the Father. Practice being stable in the original religion of yourselves. Dance the dance of knowledge and enable others to dance. Second point, do not be shaken by the storms of Maya. Do not be afraid. Become strong and finish any pressure from Maya. Blessing, may you be a master almighty authority and hand over all your responsibilities to the Father and play the game of serving souls. Explanation, while carrying out any task, constantly be aware that the Almighty Authority, Father, is your companion and you are a Master Almighty Authority, and you will not then have any type of heaviness. When you consider something to be your responsibility, your head gets heavy. This is why in Brahmin life, when you hand over all your responsibilities to the Father, the service you do will be experienced as a game. No matter how big a task your mind has or how much attention you have to pay, by being blessed a Master Almighty Authority, you will be tireless. Slogan, those who forget the awareness of their bodies with the Murli of Murlidhar and swing and swings of happiness are the true gopis and gopis. Om Shanti